What is good, guys? Welcome to the stream. Currently, we are in the second quarter of Sunday Night Football. So far, we're looking at a good game between both of the teams. Just before we started the live stream, well, Carson Wentz and doing a very interesting pick. Currently, Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers have the ball. It's third and four, looking for the first down, and it looks like it's going to be a turnover on down. So far, it's been a very rainy game. Not much action really. A lot of it has been mistakes. An early touchdown by the 49ers led to them putting points on the board. But since then, the 49ers haven't done too much to be in this game. It looks like one of those games where it's going to come down to the wire. The weather really is just messing these teams up. The Colts, obviously an indoor team, now out in the rain. It's going to be interesting. Let's see how this game is. I'm going to be sticking with you until the end of the game. So if you are around, make sure you jump in. I'm not expecting too many viewers, but this is the first time doing this. So yeah, should be good fun. Hopefully we'll get a good game going because hey, Sunday Night Football, you know what happens. It always comes down to the wire and always interesting to watch. Currently going to an ad break, and before we start getting into the stream a little bit more, I just want to get into my feelings on these two teams. Both of these two teams currently to me aren't really contenders for the playoffs. They don't really look strong. They're both sort of feeling out where they are. I think there's a big difference between some of the teams we see on Sunday Night Football and these teams. Once would have been a good matchup, but now isn't. The Colts are struggling. The 49ers are struggling. Obviously, Jimmy Garoppolo just coming off an injury where Trey Lance briefly took over for, I believe it was a game. And they're both trying to find out where they are, both like in the middle of the pack. There's the big boys in the NFL, and then there's the kids still trying to find out who they are and develop into manhood. And that's where both of these teams are, in my opinion. And I think personally, it is just gonna be a battle for both these teams to be in the playoff spot by the end of the year. We are still in an ad break, which is completely annoying. I hate the adverts on the phone, but when we get back into it, we'll be catching up with what people are saying. What I'll do during the breaks is I'll read out some tweets, what's going on in the world of Twitter, what people are saying about this game. See if we can get any conversations going. Just keep seeing what's going on and keep enjoying football. That's all we can do. Currently, the score is 7-12. The Colts were obviously in field goal range at least. We're in the red zone when Carson Wentz threw. I don't even want to say threw. He sort of pushed the ball and handed it forward for a touchdown. For an interception, which was fun. So yeah, it's been a bad game for these guys, and with the rain, who knows? So according to the stat on the TV, the last home win was last year back in October for the 49ers, and they have an 0-6 home record since their last win. It's not good for the 49ers. 49er fans, I don't blame you if you don't want to go and get tickets for the games. Who cares, man? I think since the 49ers, I remember when the 49ers were in the Super Bowl just a couple of years back, and it was a frenzy. I mean, bang bang Niners gang were all out, and now there's nowhere to be seen. So first down, handoff from Carson Wentz. It's going to pick up a few yards. Jonathan Taylor there on the run. Nothing much going. But with the weather, it looks like this is what the teams are going to have to play to. A lot of running situations. Just trying to keep up with the weather and the way the game's going. It's just a heavily ran offense. Taylor in the backfield. Carson Wentz on the shotgun, 2nd and 6. There's a motion across the back. Another handoff to Taylor, who picks up some yards. He makes a man miss in the backfield and manages to pick up a good amount of yards to get the first down. Probably around 10-15 extra. Very good run. Good blocks on the offensive line as well. Good pickups there. Okay, so he didn't really make the man miss. His offensive line just chopped that guy out before he could get to him. Very good block, but a good one as well. Like I said, this is the way they're going to have to play if they want a chance in this game. Obviously, Michael Pittman is a good wide receiver for them, but other than that, obviously, T.Y. Hilton, I do believe he's playing in this game. And the ball almost picked off on first down. Tipped. Could have been a pick if he was in the right position. And that was a risky one by Carson Wentz. Very risky. Very, very risky. Jonathan Taylor, just mentioned it on the screen now, he's a very good player, and it's hard to disagree with his numbers. Carson Wentz here on 2nd and 10, throws it into the backfield, and he's just going to get tackled right in the backfield. Believe that's Josh Norman on the tackle there. Yeah, it is. 3rd down, a loss of a couple yards. Josh Norman, obviously elite DB back in the day. He reads his play really well, and is just going to stop them from gaining anything here. Almost dropped. Probably would have been better to be dropped. Now looking at 3rd down and long. 3rd and 12. Carson Wentz in shotgun. 5 seconds left on the play clock. He's going to take the snap. And he's going to get pressured, but he's going to escape. Running out to his right. He's going to throw the ball. And it's just dropped. Just dropped. He wouldn't have got the first down if he had it, but he was still just short of the first and just short of a catch. Maybe could have picked up a few yards on the run after catch. Great pressure there from the 49ers on that play. Getting to Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz obviously just not a scrambler. He can get out of the pocket. And actually, I'm going to apologise there on my behalf. That was almost an interception. For some reason, I thought the 49ers player was a wide receiver. No, it was a DB almost picking off Carson Wentz. So he couldn't have got any more yards on the catch. He could have took it down for a touchdown. I don't think he would have been stopped there. How I got that mixed up, I do not know. But it should be interesting to see how the 49ers respond. Obviously, still 7-12 in the second quarter. Both offenses not really moving off the ground. The only positive I can see in this Colts team so far is Jonathan Taylor. That's it. Just Jonathan Taylor out here making plays. Now we are into another ad break as they will be changing over possession. So let's just see what people are saying around the league about this Colts 49ers game. See if anything interesting has to be said. Anything good. A lot of people making comments on Jonathan Taylor being like the only highlight of of this team. Not really much. I think most people are just trying to see what's going on with the QB. Just trying to see what's going on with the QB and Carson Wentz. That's all I think we've got here. It looks like we are getting back into the game, which will be a punt from the Colts to the 49ers, I assume. Let's take a look where they are and what territory they're in. Nice little shot of downtown there on the TV. And here we are, 1st and 10. Obviously, it was a punt downfield. Nothing happened, as we can see. 1st and 10. Jimmy Garoppolo on the center. He's going to hand the ball off, and he's going to gain a few yards. Hit awkwardly. Looked like it was a helmet to helmet at first, but seems like it's okay. Quick little handoff to the left, picking up just a few. So we're going to be about 2nd and 6, I assume, here for this game. Second and 5, another handoff, which once again, a couple of yards and brought down. 3rd down. Both offenses struggling here. Gesicki coming off the field, a good fullback. He always helps his team pick up yards. 3rd and 2. And it looks like, in my opinion, probably another run play. We'll see once the formation comes up and we see how they are. But we have Jimmy Garoppolo is in shotgun, got motion over the front, another handoff, and that is short of the line of scrimmage. Loss of yards, loss of downs. 4th down, the Colts get possession right back in this game. Both offenses struggling here in the 2nd quarter. The score still remains 12-7, and Okireki here just reads that play perfectly, blows up his block and gets into the backfield to get a loss of yards. Punt downfield right now, and it's going to take a bounce to about the 17-yard line, and 49ers will put their hands on that. They'll take that 17 yards. Still 12-7 in this quarter. The 49ers have had no offense. The Colts have had no offense. The best thing about both of these teams is that they've been able to run the ball. The weather, like I've said multiple times, is awful. Very, very bad. Both teams just need to run the ball. I think it's one of those games where if you can't run, you have no chance in this game. And the best running team, in my opinion, with Jonathan Taylor, it's got to be the Colts right now. Has to be the Colts. We're about 9 minutes left in the quarter. 1st and 10. The Colts are going to have the ball on the 18-yard line. And once again, it's another handoff, which picks up not even a yard. Not even a yard. CeeDee Lamb. It's okay. That's okay. No problem. You can apologize for last week for scoring that touchdown on my Patriots, but it's Cowboys bye week, I believe, this week, right? So I guess you're arrested, but yeah, I know. Don't mention last week, please. 2nd and 9. I would not be surprised if we see another handoff. Play clock running down. Play action this time. It's just going to be a very simple out pass, very quick. 49ers collapse on it straight away. 3rd down. The rain is coming down very, very heavy now. I would not be surprised if this game gets stopped. We've seen that a few times before, especially on primetime TV. I mean, that's just good defense. No, there wasn't going to be much yards picked up there. 3rd and 7. Nice to know, CD. Nice to know. 3rd and 7. Shotgun with Wentz. He's going to launch the ball up to an open man, but he's going to drop it. It's incomplete. He could have had the touchdown. I'm not sure what the safeties are like. Hines drops it wide open. A very good ball from Carson Wentz. But in these conditions, it looks like there was no one in front of him. I couldn't see the safety, and he just could not hold on. Could not hold on. Okay, he probably would have got stopped. He used a little bump off the edge to get open. Good pass, just can't make it happen. It's unfortunate. In this weather, you have to catch. Oh, and this is bad for the 49ers. He's going to run it into his own end zone from a punt. He tries to escape, and it looks like it's going to be a safety. Are they calling it a safety from there? Now, to explain the play on the field, punt happened. I don't know if he tried or did hit his foot. I don't know if he tried to call it off and he wanted to take the run, or if he was okay with the spot of the ball. But he touches the ball. In the slippy conditions, it bounces to his end zone. He tries to make amends, tries to get out of there, and yeah, that looks like we could have a safety for the Colts. I do not know who that is. Now we're gonna. I have no audio on for you guys. Thank you for joining us, CD Lamb. I have no audio on, so I can't hear what the referee is saying. I have to go by what I see on the TV. But at the moment, it looks like we are having a safety. They've gone to an ad break, but a very interesting set of plays there from the Niners. This is what we love about games where the weather is dog shit. It's just mistake after mistake. It brings out the best in football, right? What's not to like? Two teams that aren't doing great, but they're I mean, it's just great football. Just great football when people play like this. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Thank you. If you want to get into the comments, you want to say hello, you want to ask any questions about football, maybe talk about your fantasy team, how they did. Somehow I think I'm going to pull off a win, but I'm really relying on Jimmy Garoppolo to get some touchdowns. I know I do not have Jimmy on my team. Like I want Jimmy. No, it's just all my QBs are on a bye week. So that's Josh Allen out. I have Trevor Lawrence there. I also picked up Deshaun Watson just in case he gets that trade to Miami and I can trade him off. But obviously no one's playing, so only good QB on that list was Jimmy. And look at the weather. I do not think he's gonna throw many touchdowns, if any. And yeah, Matt Jones, I would have picked him up, but he was already taken. What a game he had! What a game the Patriots had! An absolute stomp in there, 51 to, was it 14 in that game? A few unexpected results here today. Like games just like the Titans blowing out the Chiefs, letting the Chiefs only score like 3 points. Hey, it's been a heck of a week, I'll tell you that. And the Lions almost pulling off a win. There's a weird team that is. It's obviously no wins at all, but for some reason they always put up weird games, like against the Ravens, where it took a 60 to 66 yard field goal from Justin Tucker just for the Ravens to win with a couple of seconds left. So the Lions, I mean, they may be dog shit, but yeah, they make teams fight for that win somehow. In some games they don't. I mean, like the Bengals just beat the brakes off the Ravens and struggled to put up any points in the first half against the Lions. So just the way things roll. First down, we finally have them back. There was no safety. Like I said, I didn't get to hear the ref, so I didn't know what the call was. But there was no safety. The 49ers are safe. Another run, second down. We're back to running football. No excitement here. Nothing's happened. Don't worry. Calm down. I thought we might have something on our hands, but no, nothing. 2nd and 8. 7 minutes left in the quarter. The rain is coming down heavy. All the shots that they're playing on here is just rain. So Jimmy Garoppolo is in shotgun right now. Got a man in the backfield who's going to motion out wide. So all alone in the backfield. He's going to look straight to his left. It looks like... Okay. That is going to be ruled incomplete. It looks like they were just going for a quick pass and block, but it was dropped again. Ball was bobbled around. No fumble. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 8. And every single shot is just rain. Just about how wet it is there. Do I feel like this game's going to get called off or held? Maybe. I would hate for it to do that because, man, I just want to watch some football. And it's late here. It's late here. Third and 8, just misses his wide receiver. I believe actually that is their tight end, Jimmy Garoppolo, just missing him. And once again, another punt. I've not had to change the score in the second half. He's getting pressure from his right hand side, but he had time. It's just a bad pass, and in these conditions, man, it's brutal, absolutely brutal for these teams. And I do feel stream. Shout out to my girlfriend who's been watching and supporting me. I know she's got school in the morning, but she's staying up and staying awake. So I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for staying around as well. It's not been an exciting game. I've not had to commentate much, but yeah, I mean, I've talked more about punts than I have anything else. It's bad. It's very bad. Just want to apologise for that little buffer there. Internet, that's bad. That's bad. We're back. Fingers crossed it stays okay. So apologies for that one. We're still in an ad break. I'll be back in just a second. And when the game restarts, the Colts 49ers. Sunday night, awful weather. Welcome back, guys. I did realise I actually didn't cut it out. So thank you for seeing my lovely face while I sorted some things out. I did get up a depth chart with the numbers on because without the commentaries, some players I do not know. I'm not a huge fan of both of these teams, and I'd like to give you guys names. So I have a depth chart up of both teams. So whenever we want to go quickly take a check in, we can take a look there. So yeah, I'll fix that for next time. It's currently 3rd and 5 with the Colts having the ball. And we have a pass here actually. He's just going to throw it out to Taylor, and he's just going to get stuffed in the backfield. I think he had no one downfield. Just wanted to get that ball away to his safety option. 4th down. Once again, we have nothing here in this game. What a awful game. What an awful game we've got so far. Very bad from both teams. We're coming down to halftime right now, and yeah, it's been a woeful showing. And we will once again see another punt. If you are a fan of special teams, this is your game. Punt caught a little high. It's going to go around to the 20 that is caught. It's going to be returned. He breaks out to his left. It's too slippy. He falls over, and he's going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. And we can go in there. That return, which you can check this one out. We'll see is by Brandon Ayuk. Never heard of him before. Obviously, if you are a Niners fan, maybe you have. But Brandon Ayuk, I've never heard of you, but first time on the stream. Boom. Okay, 1st and 10. 49ers ball. Oh, okay. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to drop the snap. Improvisers just tries to make a little run out of it. Actually did pick up like 2 yards. The ball is so slippy. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, just can't get a hand. I think it was actually supposed to be it looks like maybe he was trying to toss the ball. Obviously, the ball boys on the side doing their best to keep them dry, but there's not a lot you can do. There's not a lot you can do when the rain comes down this heavy. 2nd and 9 after that short pickup by Jimmy Garoppolo on a improvised sneak. He's going to do a play action, and it's just going to be stuffed in the backfield, but we do have a flag on the play. Let's see what the referees want to call. First flag that I've seen in this 2nd quarter. So, I mean, you can't really have much flags when there's not a lot going on. I'm surprised there haven't been more holding calls with the weather. Illegal formation offense. So that is going to be a penalty on the offense. But I believe that, yeah, it's going to be declined. Okay, yeah. It makes sense. Too many people on the line. They're going to be declined, though, because they did stack them in the backfield. And it's 3rd and 12, so why not? There's nothing they can do passing-wise, I don't think. It looks like this is going to be another drive where we go with a punt. Jimmy Garoppolo, he makes a pass. He makes a pass. And the ball is fumbled. The ball is fumbled, and the Colts are going to receive the ball. The 49ers did have possession. Deebo Samuel with the catch. Fights for extra yards. He wasn't going to get the 1st down, and the ball just slips right out of his hands. That is going to be a turnover to the Colts. And now I can't see who made that. Believe on the Colts it was number 30. We'll take a look at number 30 real quick for the Colts here. I don't believe his number's actually on there. Odom, George Odom, is going to be the guy who punches that ball out. And the Colts have the ball at the 30. Jonathan Taylor is making a few men miss. He's going to gain the first down. The Colts are pushing into red zone territory now. First down, Colts. It looks like we may have a field goal. I know. We may have a field goal on our hands. That's the first down we've seen in a while. Jonathan Taylor just making a few men miss, and big shout out to his offensive line just ploughing the gap just for him to get through. Picking up blocks, block after block. But Jonathan Taylor's still doing well to avoid that traffic in the... Jonathan Taylor once again on a handoff. He is going to be stopped for a loss of yards. Josh Norman comes in there for the tackle for the 49ers. We're going to come down to the 2 minute in the second half. Just time running down now. Come down to 2 minutes. 2-minute warning. How do we feel? Field goal territory. The game is not really. Not really interesting in terms of like playing well. It's not really like a head-to-head, but it's interesting to me. I think just how they are playing. It's just it's an interesting game to say the least. Let's see where we are. Let's see what Twitter say. We're at the break right now on the 2-minute warning. Let's see what Twitter is saying right now about the game. Probably not much because there's not much going on. Okay, so my apologies. It was Darius Leonard with the fumble. Odin was getting in on the tackle. Leonard with the punch. Yep, that's clear as day. That was my mistake. Absolute, you might as well call him Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Bronze Bomber, because that was a clean as anything. Clean as anything. He has the hook of Mike Tyson, according to Boston Connor, Pat McAfee's co-host on the show. We are running down into the end of the quarter. For anyone who's watched or has started joining us or anything, thank you so much for being with us so far. It's been good, interesting. We are still waiting for the break to finish, so looks like we are coming into the half right now. Right, we had the game on. 2nd and 12. Let's get back to it. 2-minute warning has passed. Okay, we have a weird motion. Jonathan Taylor. Oh, looks like it was going to be thrown to him originally, but he was covered. And there's going to be a flag. There's going to be a flag on, I believe, Mosley for the 49ers. Pass interference defense there, right in the end zone. We are going to get a pass interference. Yeah, it was on Mosley there. I don't know who the Colts receiver was. Actually, it was on Pittman. So a good matchup between these two. Originally, it looked like Carson Wentz was going to go out to Taylor, but he was covered. So he goes to Pittman in the back of the end zone, and Mosley just trying to make sure he doesn't get a touchdown. Arms all over him. Very clear pass interference, and it's going to be 1st and goal. You've got the fullback right in front of Jonathan Taylor. Fullback is going to... Oh, okay, so looked like it came in as play action. Fullback continues to run out. That's Doyle for the Colts, and Carson Wentz aims for him. Little bit of trickery on the play there, but unfortunately nothing comes up. Second and goal for these two teams, and we look like, I mean, it is literally on the 1 yard line, so could be a field goal. But in these conditions, I am not putting my money on anything. Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, you've got two wide receivers bunched up, but one's going to take a move over the middle, but Taylor's still going to get the ball. He's going to fight his way, and he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That is a third and goal with another good defensive stop there from the 49ers. They played him very well, considering how good of a running back he is. They have a good offensive line, but they just can't seem to get it in here, and defense just comes in and stops him. Stops him completely in his tracks. Third and goal. 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Doyle motions, snaps the ball, hands off to Taylor again. He is going to fight his way in. Oh, okay. It wasn't to Jonathan Taylor. It was to Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz with the fake to me, fake the cameraman, faked everyone, jumps into the end zone. That is a touchdown. That is a touchdown from Carson Wentz. Was not expecting that there. Let's see what happens. So, Carson Wentz snaps the ball. It's just... two defenders realised, tried to stop him. Mosley again trying to get that tackle, but Carson Wentz beats him to the outside, makes him look stupid, dives in for the touchdown. Touchdown Colts. It's 13-12, and they're going to go for the 2-point attempt, which I do not think is a good idea. Two guys in the backfield along with Carson Wentz. It's going to be kept by Carson. He's going to look for a man in the end zone and almost intercepted there. So it is going to be 13-12 with 1 minute left in the second on Sunday Night Football. Finally, a touchdown, a score. Thank God. Thank God. Mr. Carson Wentz fakes the handoff, runs to the outside. Mosley is going to be caught lacking, and Carson Wentz with the touchdown. That will make the score 13-12 with the failed 2-point conversion. I'll be back in a minute. Stand by. We are back. 13-12 is the score in the second. Not long left until halftime. Just obviously before we left just there, the touchdown coming from Carson Wentz. Kickoff just happened. We have 54 seconds left in the half. 49ers have the ball. We'll be looking to put some points on the board, obviously. And we're going to have flags in on first down. False start. Offense already moving back. And that's going to be a penalty on the 49ers. Does not help. Does not help the 49ers cause. Actually, I believe... Nah, that was okay. That was on the 49ers on Brunskill. So it's 1st and 15. as of now. Another handoff to the outside, picking up only a few yards. Yeah, both teams still have all three timeouts. Does that really matter? No. I don't think anyone has the energy or has the ability to go downfield in this weather. There is a timeout called by the Colts. We are going to be second down, and while we're here, while we're talking football, we're in the little timeout. At halftime, I'm going to take a minute to listen to what they're saying. Just due to the weather, I don't want to miss anything. It might be a delay in which we'll have to fill in some time. The weather, if anyone is watching the game, the weather is completely pouring down right now, and it's not looking good. We know how it was in the Kansas City Chiefs game. I mean, obviously the issue there was the lightning, but I mean it could be the turf. I don't know. Well, I mean the NFL have played in some awful games, but just to make sure nothing's going wrong, we're just going to take a minute to listen in on the sound whenever we can get a chance. It's going to be a second down, I believe, here. Third and 13. And they're just going to kneel on the ball. That is going to take us to the half with the score 13-12. Colts leading with a last-second touchdown by Carson Wentz. Colts will receive the ball in the second half. Carson Wentz putting up the points cannot, unfortunately, get the 2-point conversion and make it 15-12. It's 30-12. Second half will be third half will be second half will be coming up very shortly. Halftime now. We will see you very soon when the game gets back underway. Stay around and we'll be back very shortly. Welcome back, guys, to the stream. It is halftime at the moment. We will be getting back into the game as soon as possible. But let's talk a little bit about some of the scores around the NFL today and get our opinions on what has been going on in the league. As I've heard, there is nothing to be afraid of right now. Fingers crossed this game won't be dropped back. But let's talk about some of the scores and some things we can pick out from this game from this week. Let's see. Bear with me. Let's get into these games and check our stream is working. Believe there might be an issue with my stream, so I'm just double checking. Let's take a look. Hopefully, okay, perfect. Everything is fine. Welcome back. Hopefully that's all good. We are back on right now. So yeah, let's go take a look at the live games. What has been going on around the league, around the NFL. Let's take a look before we get into the half, and let's start off with some of the early window games. But before we do, actually, let's take a throwback to Thursday where the Browns beat the Broncos in a game which was quite strange, quite unusual. I was watching a little bit of that game. Obviously, Baker Mayfield on the sideline, injured, out for that game. Case Keenum stands up to the mark and plays. Hey, he played well. You have to give it to Case Keenum. He hasn't been playing. Obviously, he's not been a starter in the league for how many years now, but he stepped up on that game, managed to win in the game. The score was 17-14, but I want to say that was quite a dominant performance by the Browns. I do not think the Broncos really stood a chance. It does beg the question, though, should Drew Lock take the reins for the Broncos after struggling, especially in that game? Could they have took Bridgewater out and tested the water with the young Drew Lock at QB? It's interesting, but fingers crossed they will start him out and check how things are going later on. But for the time being, yeah. They're going with Teddy B. Browns win that game Thursday night football. Scores around the league. The Titans beat the Chiefs very comfortably, 27-3. Mahomes, no touchdowns on the evening, which is a fantasy football owner's nightmare. They are going to be in a rough place. Usually we see the Chiefs at the top of the AFC. Who do we see at the top of the AFC today, though? The Bengals. The Bengals blew out the Ravens. The Ravens, obviously a very good team, have beat the Chiefs. You know, they played all out. I believe they've only lost one game before this. But the Bengals, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, that is a duo. That is a combination which is going to be said many more times this season and many more times in the future. They played ball in that game. Joe Burrow's over 400 yards, setting records for his own team. Up there with the most passing yards against for the Bengals. Doing very well. So the Bengals are now top of the AFC. What a crazy week. The Packers traveled to Washington and had an easy dub. It was close at the start, but the Packers managed to pull out of it. The Giants actually pulled off a little upset. Daniel Jones with an OBJ catch in that game, looking outstanding to win the game 25-3. The Dolphins once again fall to, I believe it's now 1-6 on their record. After losing to the Jaguars, they now lose to the Falcons by 2 points. Tua had a good game with 4 touchdowns, I believe he was at, but they still fell short. A very bad game. They're now at the bottom of the AFC, I believe. Either way, not doing great, not doing good. Falcons come out with a good win there against the Dolphins. Then we'll move on to the Patriots versus the Jets, which is an absolute stomping, 54-13. Patriots win that game very easily. Matt Jones even got taken out later on in the fourth. Brian Hoyer came on and finished off the game. I watched a bit of it until it got quite boring and I was on my phone the rest of the time. Hey, I love seeing my team win, but it's an absolute stomp out. You don't even need to pay attention. Just to let you know, the game is coming back on very shortly. Believe we are about to get ready for kickoff. So let's quickly finish up. The Raiders beat the Eagles in a good game in Las Vegas. The Rams had a tight one with the Lions, but came out on top, which is expected. Like I said, the Lions always, for some reason, giving some teams difficulties. The Buccaneers blew out the Bears 38-3. Tom Brady had his 600th touchdown pass in that game. The Bears look woeful. Justin Fields look woeful. It's not a good atmosphere in that locker room. The Cardinals, J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins, they get their revenge on their old team. Welcome back to the Texans for the old players. They just handed them away. Cardinals beat the shit out of the Texans, 31-5, and obviously we have this game going on, and the Seahawks play the Saints tomorrow, Monday Night Football. I can confirm that the game is back on, so we won't have another break. We do have kickoff. The stands are looking empty as fuck. It looks like last season when no one was allowed in the stands, or if they were, very limited. This is an awful weather, awful game. I do not, despise any fans for wanting to leave, wanting to go home, stay dry. It is a very wet situation out there, and I do not blame them. We have the game started back up. Colts have the ball. Apparently, Michael Shanahan's message to his team was, just try up, keep going. Try up, keep going. Colts start off with a run from Taylor, who just almost picks up the first down on first down, second down, and about a yard. How's everyone doing so far? I mean, all this game is about the weather. The weather is more interesting than the actual play on the field right now, and it has led to some interesting moments, fumbles, drop passes, you name it. It's been there. Almost a safety. I think it's a little tropical storm out there in the 49ers territory. And another handoff to Jonathan Taylor, who picks up the first down quite easily, gets tackled quite hard, but he's fine. He gets up first down for the Colts. Another good run. 2 good runs in succession for them. And it's just going to be pancakes on that line. And it allows Jonathan Taylor just to get into that second level. Unfortunately, he can't get past the safety dropping down. Unfortunately, could have been a big play. 13 rushes, 91 yards for Jonathan Taylor so far in the game. And it looks like we'll see a few more of them. Maybe a touchdown if they can get into the red zone. We will see a pass this time that is just swallowed up by the defense. Ward in on the tackle for the 49ers. That's going to be second down, loss of yards. If you're an offensive coordinator or head coach in this game, you've got to be scanning. That's quite a low tackle, to be fair. It's very lucky. You've got to be scanning your playbook just to find anything you can find on that team, in that playbook, to pick up yards. Safe plays where fumbles are very unlikely, interceptions are very unlikely, but can pick up something in this game. Carson Wentz, with a simple pass over the middle, picks up hardly anything. I believe a yard. Not much. 3rd and 6. This is one of those games. You never know what's going to happen. You do not know. 3rd and 6, play clock running down. It's going to be a pass. It's just caught. and it looks like it's going to be short. We do not actually have any visuals on the TV at the moment, so we can't really see what the official line is. That was there at the half, not there now for some reason. Don't know if that's an issue with the broadcasting because of the weather, but we did have that in the second quarter. It looks like it is short. Yep, they're going to rule it 4th and 1. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. This is 4th down territory in my opinion, and they are going to go for it. Carson Wentz is under center. Could we see a little scramble? There's a bit of motion. Maybe going for the offside jump. Can't hear any audibles at the moment. It is going to be handed off to Jonathan Taylor, who is going to pick up the first down. But okay. He fumbled the ball, but it was recovered by the Colts. Colts fans, you can hold your hearts, hold your breath. I do believe he was already down before the fumble, but regardless, it wouldn't have mattered. First attempt is going to be a challenge on 49ers to see where I believe he's trying to call. See, I don't see what he's trying to call here. I do believe that the ball was down and clearly recovered by the Colts. Didn't really look like any hesitation. The ball was punched out there. But it was recovered straight away by the Colts. So what the challenge is on this, I do not know. What are you going to challenge over? Who knows? We'll see what the referee says here.
He said there's no challenge on the play. I can read lips.
You're good at that.
Well, after all these years.
Yeah. There's no question. I don't know what the flag was about. And Rolston, they told him you can't win it. I mean, Terry, come in for a second. What went on in that situation? What do you think?
Really, I don't know what he would be challenging, but once you put the flag down in a situation, there's really nothing reviewable there. He's supposed to go through the challenge or be charged a timeout. I'm really surprised they're letting him pick this up because there's nothing confusing about this play. It was simply a 4th down fumble recovered behind, and it's a first down either way. So he really shouldn't be allowed to pick up the flag.
Well, there's a conference going on right now. Maybe that is what they're talking about.
So it seems like everyone's on the same wavelength as me. Not really sure what the flag is over. It was a clear recovery, clear fumble, clear recovery by the Colts. There's no question there. So there is nothing to challenge on the play, but he still threw the flag. So yeah, I mean, should be charged timeout from the 49ers. Do not know what Michael Shanahan was trying to achieve there. I don't think he knows either. Maybe it was just the weather getting to him. Maybe it was all the rain. Let's see.
All right. Well, they have to look at it, and you're right there because at worst it's a timeout. Back after this, there's Jerry Rice.
So they're going to take a look at it because it was a challenge flag. So they have to take a look at it. What they're going to take a look at, I do not know. Nothing really there. So now we are waiting for a timeout to be charged from the 49ers, which really is a shot in their own foot. I mean, that's ridiculous. So We will see. We will see. No one even knows what they're challenging. Here in this game.